Guys, whoever are not renamed, please rename your names to your committee and your portfolio names. Is it clear?
I'm sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be starting shortly.
Good afternoon, esteemed Chief Guest, Honorable Director, and delegates. I, on behalf of the Secretariat, bear immense privilege of inviting you all to join us for the first edition of MIT Bengaluru Model United Nations, hosted online on the 5th and 6th of February 2022. As a fresh new MUN, our focus is to be a conference that promotes an open dialogue between conflicting points of view and where the most polarizing agendas are handled with the grace expected from global citizens in a progressive society. These Model UN conferences give us a peek into the staggering high stakes of the real world, where every issue calls for resolution with a degree of nuance and argumentation that textbooks wouldn't allow. These insights, combined with academic rigor, act to broaden our understanding of the problem faced by the world we live in. Learning becomes organic, understanding becomes instinct, and conflict resolution becomes the norm. We at MITBMUN are focused on fostering our love for civil discourse within our community, and hence contributing to a truly global society. On this note, I would like to invite our MUN Director, Dr. Aditya GSS, to speak a few words.
Thank you. Greetings from MIT Bengaluru. Namaste all. It's an honor for me to be talking with you all today. I'm very delighted to have the opportunity to address such a talented gathering of hardworking students. This event, it's a first event of the Potentia Club, the Model United Nations of MIT Bengaluru, that focuses on understanding and emphasizing the world issues, the current and critical issues, promoting world peace through cooperation, dialogue, and diplomacy. I would like to thank today's event chief guest, Ambassador Rajashekar, a senior diplomat in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi. Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking your valuable time for this event. I wish this event a grand success.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon our esteemed Director of MIT Bengaluru, Dr. Jagannath Korodi, sir, to enlighten us with some inspiring words.
Yeah, thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Very glad to be here on this platform today. Very happy to know the first activity of MUN Club. And moreover, you have brought to this platform one of the highest stature person like Mr. Rajshekar. It's a morale booster. And even I am very eager to listen to him.
Yeah.
So this is what
meeting.
Model United Nations. I have some experience in MIT Manipal, where the activities of this club I have seen. This is a unique club in the whole institution. Institution may be having 100 clubs, but not any one club is having the kind of exposure and activities like an MUN club. That is what my feeling is after going through the activities of MUN club in both Manipal and Jaipur. Because here you are going to take the real world problems. And when you take the real world problems, the challenges are more. And your learning will be more. Your experience will be more. That will help you a lot. More than the skill, what is learned by these kind of activities, it is the experience, the kind of experience you get is entirely different than whatever you get in other clubs. That is my feeling. But yes, the challenge of conducting activities is always there in this club. It's not as easy as conducting activities or programs in the other club. A lot of preparation is needed. Suppose you want to conduct an activity 6 months hence, you have to start from now. That is the kind of preparation you have to make. More the preparation you do, you can relax on the day of the activity. And I hope this MITBMUN club will be one of the best clubs in MIT Bengaluru. We have several clubs and we have plans to add few more when the students come to the campus. And I wish all the best to the MITBMUN club. And thank you, Mr. Rajshekhar, for coming to this inaugural function. And I'm very glad, I'm very glad that a man of your stature is there with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to hand over the stage to our Secretary General, Mr. Achyutharan. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ekta. On behalf of the Secretariat, it gives me immense pride to welcome all of you to the first edition of MITBMUN, organized by the highly motivated students and the dedicated faculty advisors of Potentia, the MUN Club. Over the past few months, our Secretariat team has worked diligently to prepare the best conference possible, and we're excited to present the fruits of our labor with all of you. We at MITBMUN are committed to following the rich tradition of innovative ideation and multifaceted solution, which are synonymous with the Manipal brand, and hope to apply those values to create a unique model UN conference. As Asimov said, violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. True to this spirit of United Nations, MITBMUN strives to foster a constructive forum for open dialogue on complex global issues, including international peace, security, and socio-economic progress. MITBMUN stresses the in-depth examination and resolution of pressing issues by emphasizing the process over results. However, with great power comes great responsibilities. There are limitations to negotiations, especially when international diplomacies and great interests are involved. We hope through this conference, students can learn the importance of balancing national interests with the needs of the international community. Noted French philosopher Voltaire once said, "I strongly disagree with what it is you have to say, but I will defend your right to say it with my life." In a world where intellectual debate is seemingly on its last legs, our goal is to encourage civil dialogue on even the most controversial agendas and thereby contribute towards a more accepting and tolerant society. As the new generation, today we have the chance to change the world, change it into a fair, lively, and graceful world, bringing prosperity and security to each individual. Every day we get an opportunity to do something different, to challenge the status quo. This is why we should start now and prepare ourselves by seizing each opportunity that will allow us to do so. Our conference's goal is to encourage the youth to engage in different debates and dialogues in order to meet with the worldwide challenges present today, while they learn to share their ideas and their standpoints, working jointly with diligence. I'd now like to introduce our chief guest. The organizing committee is delighted to have Ambassador C. Rajashekhar of the Indian Foreign Service as our chief guest for the day. Ambassador Rajashekhar is a senior diplomat in the Ministry of External Affairs. He's a member of the Indian Foreign Service of the 1990 batch, and he has studied law, commerce, and personnel management, currently pursuing a doctorate in law. He speaks Japanese fluently, and he specialized in the Orient, having served in Korea, Japan, Mongolia, and as Director East Asia at the headquarters. He has earlier served as our man in Havana, Minister in London, and the Director General of ICCR, popularly known as the Indian Council of Cultural Relations. His current mandate is to facilitate the greater engagement of various states and union territories of India with the world. Over to you, sir.
First of all, I would like to heartily congratulate you all. Today happens to be Vasanta Panchami. We all traditionally do Saraswati Puja. Saraswati, the goddess of all our education, knowledge, music, culture, what all you have. So may this Vasanta Panchami bring all wonderful blessings to all of you, and may all your wishes come true. First of all, I would like to also commend the Manipal institutions. We all know that education is passport to progress, development. And if you see the educational history of the country, we can say that there is clearly before Manipal and after Manipal, we can say. Before Manipal institutions came up, higher education used to be rather scarce, with very few institutions of higher education and with very few opportunities and number of seats, so to say. And about 3 decades ago, when the government was examining the higher education scene, they have perhaps rightly, according to the prevailing constraints, have decided to freeze the financial allocations to higher education. As a result, there was even more stress on higher educational institutions in the government because they cannot further expand. And at that time, institutions like Manipal, which was the pioneer to offer higher education in non-governmental private sector, much more than offering higher education free, it was also important that it is available at all. So thanks to the pioneering, progressive, noble work, the model example set by Manipal, today we have a lot more educational institutions, perhaps more than in the government sector itself. And we're all so much the better off, both the student community and the parents, the citizens, and all of us. So hearty congratulations, and I am glad the Manipal Institute of Technology has taken up this not so technological, but this is, United Nations topic today. You're conducting Model United Nations. Hearty congratulations to all the organizers. I was pleasantly surprised at the initiative of your colleagues when they approached me. This is a weekend. In fact, I just landed. That part you have mentioned, but there is a lot more hustle and bustle here at the Hyderabad airport. That Honorable Prime Minister himself will be here shortly. So I'm very fortunate that I could find a quiet corner enjoying the hospitality of some airport management lounge. And also, normally what happens is in the office, either, your technical team sets up nice flags behind you and, organize everything, or at home, children help us out. Today, I'm very happy that I could, without either, manage to set it up, and I am with you all. A wonderful experience indeed. And today, you would like to look at Model United Nations. In fact, this reminds me of our own school days during 11th and 12th class. We also had this Model United Nations, a wonderful, exciting experience all of us looked forward to. What does United Nations represent? I think some of you have captured the essence. As nation states are the basic units today in international interactions or engagement, United Nations is sort of the referee and creating and facilitating a platform for all the nations to have a civil intercourse, a civil dialogue to settle whatever our disagreements and discords, to ensure, you all know what are the two principal aims of United Nations when it was set up in 1945 at San Francisco after the Second World War. that peace and development. So this is very paramount, and United Nations ceaselessly, constantly keeps trying at this. And the world is very diverse. There are many languages, many ethnicities, and so many cultures, and so much of diversity, so to say. And who more than India is better equipped to handle all these things? In so many ways, we are very privileged. India offers a microcosm of all the diversity that you may find at the United Nations. You say it is ethnicity or linguistic or religious or cultural, whatever you say. Even today, for example, Vasanta Panchami. So I was sending happy Vasanta Panchami to friends, and some I receive as Basanta Panchami. The same very Vasant, spring, is variously mentioned, just to cite a small fleeting example. So this enormous diversity that we enjoy, we have here in India, is a great enabler for us to step. When we step out of India, my first posting was Tokyo, Japan, 1990, almost 3 decades ago when I landed. So Japan is, as you all know, is a very homogeneous. You will find all of them almost wearing similar business suits, blue or gray, and you will find all of them speaking the same language, and very homogeneous society. And they would have tremendous difficulty naturally to face or interact with anybody who is not like that. For example, you enter a departmental store. Departmental store is, very big developer. It's not a corner kirana store, but departmental store, you go Ginza, like the Fifth Avenue, New York. If you step into a departmental store and ask for anything from anybody, all of them used to go into a corner in a huddle to figure out how to handle this gaijin, they call, foreigner. So that kind of thing, when you're all homogeneous, only one perspective, one language, one culture, one religion. Fortunately, we have all the diversity that you ever need to run into. And this greatly helps us to also understand. For example, today, you are in Bengaluru, I am in Hyderabad or Northeast, our brothers and sisters are there, or in Delhi and further up north in Punjab. So we all have different perspectives, different understandings, different perceptions. But thanks to the wonderful, noble Constitution of India that we have given to ourselves in 1950, when we became an independent, modern republic, it provides the basis for us all to interact in a civil manner and sort out all our differences through peaceful dialogue. So United Nations is only a further extension on similar lines. There, the nation states are the units. So you will find representatives from different countries, and there is a charter, United Nations Charter, and the work is divided into various organs. General Assembly is the platform for all the countries. It's like the general body meeting. And Security Council conducts matters of more gravitas about maintaining, securing peace. And in the process, there is enormous room for differences and also stalemates. For example, as we speak now, there is tension building up along the Ukraine border of Russia. Now, United Nations Security Council did take it up, and the opinion was quite divided. India could not vote this way or that way. So these kind of situations are quite commonplace. And if you want me to a bit dwell on today's your topic, which is refugee crisis, examples in Afghanistan or Bangladesh, why a refugee kind of a situation arises at all? If you ponder, say, these are all their own citizens. They are driven away from their home just because of difference of ethnicity or religion or some such basis for intolerance. In fact, Bangladesh was formed in 1971 because the Pakistani government would be intolerant and mistreat people speaking Bangladesh and to the east of India. So this has driven tens of thousands, in fact, lakhs of refugees from Bangladesh escaping persecution, running away. Now, we have, I'll cite an example, Afghanistan on the western side and Singapore on the eastern side. Singapore also has diversity of languages, ethnicity, but you see, Singapore has emerged as a model state. It has managed to harmonize the ethnic, cultural, religious differences and emerge. Whereas Afghanistan is grappling with the differences and unfortunately sliding further and further down into chaos and anarchy, where tens of thousands of civilians, unarmed women, children, they are running. They have to leave their home safety of their shelter to seek refuge elsewhere. And these refuge centers are not secure. They are subject to exploitation and they are quite vulnerable, especially women and children, girls. So all this is first of all preventable if only people are tolerant, if they can understand the opinion and viewpoint of the other. As in the beginning the speaker has said, that we may not necessarily all the time agree with each other, but we should be civic enough to respect the other person's right to have their opinion. Sometimes it may not agree with ours, but that cannot be the basis for violence and much worse, driving away people, citizens from their own homes, as we see in Afghanistan. The refugee crisis is so very grave that almost 1 out of 10 persons, either they're internally displaced or they left Afghanistan fleeing. So this poses a security threat to beginning with neighbors, Pakistan, Iran, and to further away countries also. Now, in this kind of situation, United Nations convenes a crisis group and addresses, how to introduce correctives, how peaceful peace can be restored, how peaceful conditions can be created for the refugees to return. Yes, just give me a second. So, India itself has suffered. A great example is 1971 when Bangladesh crisis has happened. India had to militarily intervene, result in the creation of an independent country, Bangladesh. Similar things have happened in Vietnam when Cambodia was persecuting some minorities, and Rohingyas persecuted by Myanmar. They spill in, and then in Bangladesh, they spill into southeastern Bangladesh. So this happens, all the time. And fortunately, by now we have developed a template, a standard operating practice and we invite the well-meaning non-governmental civil organizations to step in, and we prevail upon the host government to facilitate aid to flow to the needy and help as far as possible. So I don't want to take very long. This is only the opening ceremony. I would like to most sincerely thank the organizers for graciously inviting me, and wish your deliberations all the very best. You may have productive, pleasant deliberations, and I'll always be happy to be of any assistance to encourage you, to support you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion and inspiring us with your words. My final word of advice to the delegates would be to stay true to the principles of intellectual debate and represent themselves well. On this occasion of Basant Panchami, as sir rightly mentioned, and with reverence offered to the goddess Saraswati, as Secretary General of MITBMUN 2022, I'd like to declare this conference open. Respective secretariat members are requested to take the respective delegates to their allotted rooms.
Yeah, Secretary General. Sir,
the Chief Minister is
Rajesh
requested to move to the breakout room for his interview with the Chief Correspondent. Thank you for giving us the time, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, you can join the room 1, sir. Breakout room 1.
Trying to navigate.
Yes, sir.
This one?
Yeah, the breakout room 1, sir.
Shall I leave this one, the general
Yes,
one?
Sir,
yes, sir.
I
Just a minute, sir. I'll get it done for you. Just a minute.
Sir, I think in the below you can see icons and then there's breakout rooms.
And you can click on join room
Yeah.
1, sir.
And then if you scroll down, there is a room 1 and you can press join and you can go to the other room.
Sir, I'll help you navigate, sir. At the bottom of your screen, below, beside the mute and stop video, there'll be an option, one more icon for breakout room, sir.
I don't see that. I see more.
Okay, just a minute, sir. Don't worry, sir. I'll assign you. Just a minute. All the delegates will be starting with the committee session shortly. Please wait for 5 minutes. Just to info, all the AIPPM delegates will be requested to join room number 2 in the breakout room. All JCC delegates will be requested to join room number 3 along with the executive board members.
Got it.
Yes, sir. You can join. Aisha, please record the session as well.
I can't see the breakout room, sir.
Yeah, just a minute, delegate. I'll just look into it. And all the HRC delegates, the link for another meeting will be provided. You will have to shift meetings and along with the executive board members. The Deputy Secretary General will be on charge with that.
Which comment is this?
Yeah, sorry, delegates. Please give us 2 minutes. We'll be allotting everyone to their respective rooms. Yeah, the breakout rooms are now open. JCC delegates, please move to room 3. AIPPM delegates, please move to room 2.
There are no
We still
breakout
can't
rooms.
see the breakout
Okay,
room.
just a minute. Can all the AIPPM delegates please raise their hands so I can just allot them?
Yes.
And HRC delegates, please keep checking your WhatsApp groups, and the chat box will be sharing the link to your meet shortly. Are all the AIPPM delegates allotted?
No, I am unable to see a breakout room.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. UNHRC delegates, please use the link in the WhatsApp group and join that meeting. All of the delegates, the executive members, executive board members as well.
I'm still unable to see that.
Just a minute, sir. I hope you can see now.
Oh, sorry, even I can't see anything. Yeah, I got it.
Anybody else left from AIPPM? Okay, I hope all AIPPM delegates are moved to their respective rooms. Can all the JCC members please raise their hands? I want the executive board as well to raise their hands. Delegate of Finland, UNHRC, which you're part of UNHRC, right? The link to that is given in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, UNHRC, please shift to the meeting link in the chat of UNHRC group.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Kostov Dev, which committee are you from? The chairpersons, you're being shifted to JCC room. Just a minute. USD Public Relations is expected to stay back.
Okay.
Anybody else left, or is everyone allotted to JCC? Please see, you will be shown an option. Please join South Korea, everyone. You'll have an option will show to join the breakout room. Italy, South Korea, co-chairperson JCC. You just a minute.
Is this Aditya sir or somebody else?
No, I don't know. Please, please rename yourself.
Italy and South Korea, can you please go to your respective room?
I think this is Aditya sir only.
Yeah, I think so. Can't we move them? Italy
No.
and
I've just sent them. I think. Delegate of Italy, South Korea, please switch to the breakout room if you can hear us. Co-person JCC, can you hear us or are you in the room already? Yukta, let's just check in room 2 and room 3 combined.
okay, I think
Let,
South Korea
yeah,
they're gone.
yeah. Let's go to room 2.
Italy.
Let's check on room 2 and let's go to room 3 later. Come, join room 2, okay?
Preeti Sen. Hello, Preeti Sen. Italy.
Hello.